Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, it's July the 7th of the Duck Adventure, and if you wouldn't believe it, it rained all night really hard, so the swamp's flooded again. I don't have any luck here. Look at this. We've got a Muscovy. A little Muscovy coming through to life. This little guy's been struggling all night. He's 2 days early. But there's no other pippin signs other than that one little crack. But that egg hasn't done anything yet, so. But let's go check the babies. And last night I sat in the window till 11 o'clock. I even turned the big yard Olympic lighting on outside at 10:30, thinking, okay, I'll get some light out there, maybe, you know, because I've had fox come in, you know, when it's lit up. There was nothing. The ducks never freaked out at all night. They were freaking out. You know, yesterday was just a freakathon. The fox kept coming into the yard during the day. Last night, I sat there waiting, and I was using the ducks as the indicator that the fox was back, and you know, I was, come on, ducks, like nothing. They didn't pick up on anything. The fox didn't come back, which is bizarre. Why you know, he's not coming back at night? I don't understand. So. Anyways, back to the hunt today again. Well, you know, I'm torn on what to do today. You know, cut the swamp. I got everything ready. You know, the weed whacker's sharpened up, and the blades sharpened up, and everything's ready. I don't know what to do. If I cut it, you know, I could make it so that the fox doesn't come around, or only comes around when it's, you know, really advantageous for him to come around, but and not for me to be hunting it. So I don't know. But these guys were outside in the rain all night. All night. It's like I've had barely any sleep last night. The amount of noise out here, and it wasn't freaked out fox noise because they were all over the pen in different spots. If it was a fox noise, they'd all be at this end of the pen. But they've been in the rain all night. The silly birds. Oh, we got a bird that's cold. Why don't you go inside, bird, if you're cold? Like, you're shaking, you silly thing. Well, if you're shivering, you're not dying. We know that from last winter. Actually, the lights been on all night, the Olympic lighting. Like I said, I was up last night. I thought, okay, I even got up at 3 a.m. and thought, okay, I'll see if you know, we can spot anything. Oh, what's going on in here? We got lots of ducks in here today. Holy mackerel, look at all the ducks in here. I can't believe the amount of ducks that are in here this morning. I can't believe the duck poop in here either. I got a duck poop cleaning job to do today. Oh, the door just slammed. Alright, I'm going to give these guys some food because the little guys have absolutely no food. They're trying to quack so hard. It's the ruins that have got the best quackers so far. Listen to that. It's so sweet. There was a whole bunch when I was doing the food. They were swarming me while I was doing the food. And the little quackers was unbelievable. It was so cute. Juvenile quacks. Alright, I'm outside to do the food and water for these guys outside. And the mosquitoes are crazy because it's raining all night. I gave the Muscovy's a little bath last night there. It doesn't look it today, actually. I let them have some water and cleaned up because everybody's been walking on top of them. I guess they're the heat pads on the bottom or something. But gotta clean this up today again. Gotta because I've got them in the nursery here. Actually, the multiple stage duck hatching we're doing here is creating an awful lot of work. Got to keep everything separate from everybody for a little while until they get. I figure about a week, 10 days old, these guys, and then they can be with them because the other ducks, they were all in here looking inside. You know, They're not at that aggressive stage yet. Even my adult ducks, I've noticed, you know, Mrs. Gimp and the herd ruin, you know, put them in with the ducklings, they don't even care. So it's I think they're a lot more social than we think. I decided to do the other chores, and I don't have my shotgun because it's raining, and watch the fox will come into the yard. Well, you know, something told me when I came out of the barn doing the chores that I'm going to take the camera up to the house instead of hanging it on the fence. Thankfully I did. Massive cloud burst. It's pouring rain outside right now. I am absolutely just completely soaked right to the bone. It's gone through all my clothing, my hat. It came down hard, real hard. And it's still coming down. And the ducks are out there playing in the water like little fools. Well, our little Muscovy has now made it out of the shell. He's not very quick at moving here. I'm trying to get you a good shot. I'm shooting between the bars here. He's made it out. He's alive, but this is like really early. They're not even supposed to be hatching. Actually, today, I'm trying to think here. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. So today's Monday. So this guy's like almost, well, he's 3 days early from pipping yesterday. So he's strong. Hopefully this is an indicator of the rest of the eggs, but so far nothing. Alright, I'm now going to go upstairs and sit in the window. My buddy, I talked to my buddy who's an absolute pro hunter. The guy lives to hunt. Well, put it this way, he just got back from Argentina because he was down there dove hunting. This guy travels all over the world hunting. He's he lives to kill. You know, he's that kind of guy. And the tastiest suppers at his house. But anyways, he told me get myself a jackrabbit squealer. So we've gone to town. Cindy's getting a jackrabbit squealer right now at the store, and we're gonna sit up in the window. I'm gonna do some squealing. Now we figured out last night, because it dawned on me here late last night when I was sitting in the window, the fox is not gonna come here at night. Because the ducks have always been locked up. The ducks have never been free at night. So the fox knows that it's during the day is when the easy picking is, and that's when the ducks are free in the yard. So that's why yesterday when we were out in the deck, the fox made 2 appearances here yesterday, while we were right on the deck in the middle of the day. So I've got a hunch this afternoon that's when the fox is going to show up. I'm completely set up upstairs. I've got the rifle in the window. I've got the screen off the window. I've got the window popped up with a board so I can sit there. I've got a lawn chair in the bedroom, and I'm just going to sit in the bedroom this afternoon in the window, and maybe I'll kill 4 hours and waste my life here. I don't know. Or maybe I can't weed whack today. I can't take the bushwhacker, even though I've got everything absolutely ready to go, because it's absolutely a mud hole here. It rains so hard all night. So it's a good rainy day to sit inside and wait for a critter to show up and to meet his maker. But we're gonna try this rabbit squealer, and maybe that'll work. I'll give you a shot if it does bring them in, and maybe I'll get some footage of the actual kill, because it's daylight and we can actually see what's going to happen here. Well, I'm going to be able to see instead of shooting in braille. So, but that's why the fox didn't show up at night, because the ducks are never out at night. So that's the Duck Adventure Curveballs. Well, Doug and I have we've been waiting for Mr. Fox to show up here. Doug's we got the shotgun here, and Doug he's not too sure of the shotgun still, but not a sign of the predator at all. Nothing. We just I think we're on day 7 now of lockdown here, but I just don't get to see. I figured out last night. I waited here last night for him. He's not going to show up here. He's not going to come here at nighttime, because one, the ducks aren't out at night, so he has never gotten a duck at night. And predators aren't stupid. They're only going to come when their food's here, and right now the food is only happening during the day, and that's why he's coming in here during the day. Yes, I know, I want to let you out really bad, trust me, but I'm going to take a quick look here down the swamp highway. Tomorrow I'm cutting this all down. I got the bushwhacker, and I'm just gonna do it all. I wasted the whole day today, waiting for the ducks to freak out, and that's all I've done. I've just been doing some little bit of work here and there, and trying to stay low and quiet, and but there's just no sign of them. And I think
you know, it's like, you know, every second or every third day type thing he shows up here. He's not coming every single day, that's for sure. But enough that he's freaking out the ducks. He's really making me upset because I want to get this guy and end this. And I'm sick of walking around with a shotgun. Sick of having to have the shotgun. It's a pain, you know, having a firearm because one, you got to be so careful all the time. You know, gun safety and, you know, and when you want to work and focus on taking care of the animals, you know, dealing with a loaded shotgun just slows you down, and you know, and you can't go brain dead and just do your job. You got to stay, you know, you got to stay clued in because you've got a firearm loaded. So I'm going to give the ducks a cleaning here, and you know, it's a real shame. I want to get them out of here, and I can't. You know, they're stuck in here until I get this problem solved. Or, you know, take a chance of losing more ducks, which I don't want to do that. Doug just took off, and he went down. He was in the bush running around like a madman. So I don't know, maybe he was on the trail. But now he wants to go in the back of the truck because I had the shotgun. Doug's still a little bit screwed up. You can tell he's stressed out. He's one thing I've noticed about him, like if you look at his face, it's very, very calm. But when he pulls back his face and it gets, you know, he gets that smile on him, that's because he's stressed out. Like right now, you can see the stress on his face. That's what Doug looks like when he's stressed out. Oh, that's what I've learned so far about him. He's not liking this gun thing. But he's getting better. He's getting way better. Actually, he's better with the gun than he is with electric fence. I want to show you guys what I'm dealing with here. I just cleaned the pen out. Like in the last, I think it's the last 5 days, I've taken 10 wheelbarrow loads of duck poop out of here. Now, we had that big rainstorm again last night. So because the pen is slanted, everything runs this way, and the drainage ditch, everything, I've got to purposely, everything comes to this end of the pen. But look at this. This is all fresh duck feces that just got washed down to this end of the pen last night. I've already gotten this much in the wheelbarrow load that I'm loading up here, because I've got a ditch drained here to get all the water out of the pen so that I can keep the pen dry. But this is just from last night's rainstorm. All the feces accumulated here in the bottom of the pen. It's disgusting. I think that's the thing I do here is shovel poop. Seems like that. All right, I just want to show you. That's what 1 day's worth of poop is. That washed down in the storm. One single day. Because I'm pretty sure it was yesterday morning. If it wasn't yesterday morning, it was the next morning. So that might be 2 days worth of poop that got washed down to this end of the pen, you know, with the storm, because I've got this ditch here and everything accumulates right here now. So I just keep cleaning the ditch out and the water stays in one spot and the pen stays dry. But that's how much. That's a lot of poop. That's a serious wheelbarrow load of sludge. So, but you know what the thing is about duck poop is that it resembles the feed. It almost looks like the feed is just ground up a little bit more and then passed through them. The consistency of it, you know. But that's duck feces for 2 days. Imagine falling into that face first. Oh. All right, everybody's been asking about Mrs. Gimp, what's going on with her. Well, here, I want to show you. She's living with the babies. And actually, her and the Chinese goose just had a fight. But there she is. I've got a bad feeling about her because her stump is getting worse. It's getting bigger. And, you know, to try to save the poor little girl, I don't know, you know, amputating her leg and then, you know, getting a foot made, you know, take care of 700 ducks at the same time when you're one person is a big job. So, but she's getting worse, not better. I've got her in here. There's no males raping her. She's, you know, eating all she wants, drinking all she wants. But she's, you know, she won't even go in the bathtub. That's how bad her leg is. You know, it's, you know, she's got problems. I honestly don't think that she's going to be with us much longer because of this problem, unfortunately. But that's the deal with Mrs. Gimp. She's here, she's alive, and you know, I've got you know, my doubts. Anyways, So, and the other ruin female, I don't know where she is right now. I'll take a look here. Where are you? There's a ruin female in here. Ah, there she is. She's got a bad limp, but I've noticed now, if you look, her walk is getting better. Her limp is just a mild limp now. So maybe another couple more weeks of being locked up in here, her limp will be gone. Now I know the limp was from getting raped too often, and she was getting raped specifically by the Muscovy drakes, and because of their sheer weight, that's the problem. So, and here's another duck which I got. We're going to have to cull this one. Unfortunately, this poor little duck has not only it's a club foot, but it's a limp leg. She basically lumps around on her, or jumps around, hobbles, on this one leg, and the other leg is completely crooked. So far, she's surviving, but I know when she gets out there on the lawn, and it's not going to happen. She's in bad shape. So, unfortunately, we got a couple ducks here that are like that. I'm having a hard time bringing myself to doing it, but I'm going to have to do it soon because they just can't live like this. Her size, she's not growing as big. But that right there, that's a Peking with a ruin cross with a black on his head. So there's some half breeds that snuck through here. And contrary to what everybody thinks, I'm getting comments here from people thinking they're Muscovy crosses. None of these ducklings, actually, anything I'm hatching, the 2 batches that are in the incubator right now, plus all of these ducks here, plus the ducks that are in the barn, the ducklings in the barn, the 125, 130 that are in the barn, none of them are remotely related to a Muscovy. The Muscovies were penned up and separated from the ruins and the Pekings during this mating. So none of them are Muscovy crosses. They're all ruin and Peking cross. And what we're getting, with these black ducks, is because Dalmatian ducks and the different coloring and everything is all from being crossed, Peking to a ruin, which I honestly think is a very cool looking duck. I think they're actually bar none prettier than the ruin or the Pekings. Is my opinion is, anyways. And we'll see how they look when they get a little older. But just so everybody knows, because I keep getting the comments, and I just want to clear that up. But that's the deal. And I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to do the water for the adult ducks, and I got to show you something which concerns water nipples. All right, everyone, I want to show you something. I get a lot of people keep telling me about watering for the ducks, and and nipples, and believe me, I would love the mess to be less. But unfortunately with ducks, that isn't possible, especially when you have this many ducks. But I want to show you every day, this water is less, I'm trying to think here, is roughly 12 hours since I've changed this water. And I want to show you what's inside the water. Now there's no feces in here. Well, there could be a little bit of feces from their bills drilling in the mud. But I want to show you what is in the bottom of this thing. Everything you're about to see is from the ducks washing their bills out, and this is what they can't do when they're using a water nipple system, and this is why you have to have a water that they can dunk their heads into, that they can wash their bills out, because ducks use their bills to drill in the ground specifically, and this is what they have to clean out of their, look at this, look at that mud, all that mud. Look at it. All that mud is from the duck bill, and actually this isn't bad. If I didn't wash this out this morning, and I would have left it and just filled it up for tonight and then do it tomorrow, though no bull, there would be over a half an inch of mud in the bottom of this swimming pool, and it's all from their bills. And this is why they need water that they can dunk their head into, so they can clean their bills out, because ducks drill in the ground, they drill in the weeds, they're constantly sifting things through their bills, and if they can't wash their bill out, all of this mud and all of this gunk stays clogged in their bill and their nostrils. They get feed stuck in their nostrils, and they will get very, very sick. You'll get yeast infections, you'll get sinus infections, you'll get eye infections, and which anybody that's been watching this channel knows, some of the eye infections we've dealt with, and this is all because, they need to clean their bills out, they need to wash themselves. Ducks are very, they're very vigorous cleaners, they're very vigorous bathers, they need water, and that's the bottom line. So that's what it looks like. That's what I see every single day. I know I'm supposed to keep the pen dry, but the poor little doggies, they need a little water. And some of them really need a cleaning. And this is why, if you watch them dunk their heads here, look at this, they're dunking their head right under, then they're cleaning their nostrils out doing this. And that's why they need to do this. They blow bubbles out of their nostrils. It's all about cleaning their bill out. And that's why water nipples don't work. Well, they do work if you want to just give your animals water, but another thing that they do is they trap water in their bill and they groom themselves. So when they can't have a bath, like a swim, which I'm hoping soon we can get these guys to the water. We gotta get rid of that fox. I'm moving the trap tonight too. That's another thing I'm doing. It's so cute when you first do this, and when you first clean this. When you first clean the kiddie pool out here for the ducklings. They are so happy. They're running around and their chirp changes and everything. And it's amazing, there's only I think about 70 or 60 ducklings in each one of these here. 65 roughly, and the poop is unbelievable. These guys are going to get exposed outside a lot sooner than the other ducks because we've got another wave of ducklings coming here. So basically these guys are going to they're going to be outside real soon. Running with the rest of the ducks outside, but they're so cute when they're it's hard to believe, that and that were together. When you look at them now, they fill the kiddie pool up and half of them are removed. So you got to clean them. Every day you got to clean the straw out. So if you don't, they get really dirty like these guys are, and this is just from one day. And I cleaned this yesterday. Like every day the straw gets changed, so they desperately need water and need to clean themselves up. But they get inside the water there, and they have baths right inside the water tray there, and it's so funny to watch them. It's like that little guy right now, he's cleaning himself. Like at such a young age, they know how to do this. Instincts are so amazing. One thing I like about the crossbreeds is the feet, the web feet. They get the yellow and black feet. Some neat looking ducks. This next batch should be even neater because the birds were even together longer, and the next batch after this batch is going to have even more crossbreeds, hopefully. Who knows? We might be adding another, if luck be have it, at least another 200 ducklings here in the next 2.5 weeks on top of these. So I could hit 600 ducklings. Could. Maybe 650 if I'm lucky. But I like to say, don't count your ducks before your eggs hatch. Alright, I'm going to go move that, I'm actually going to wash out my wheelbarrow, and then I'm going to go move that trap and put some camouflage over it in the tall grass, and maybe we'll have better luck tonight on that fox. Alright, I've moved the trap. I've got it up here beside the pen. This is where the fox ran in. This is the trail that I found. There's the duck pen. So if he's coming through here, which I don't think he's going to come tonight because he's not showing up at night, for the simple fact is that the ducks have never been out at night. So he's feeding during the day. Today he never showed up at all. Zero sighting. Ducks did not freak out. But I waited all day. No sound. It wasn't that bad because I was working inside and I could listen, and as soon as the ducks would freak out, I knew what I had to do: run upstairs and pop them. I've got the 22 loaded laying in the window, so it would have been it would have been an effortless shoot if he would have showed up, but he didn't. So hopefully maybe he'll show up tonight. We'll know tomorrow morning. Check the trap, and I've got it in here. It's dark. It's, you know, it's more like a tunnel, a hole. There's a, you know, a duck leg hanging in there, a nice rotten duck leg, and you know, hopefully he comes in and decides that that's a nice little snack when he comes down the trail. We'll see tomorrow morning.